So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Brings up 2nd.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. They're targeting Godwin once more, this time complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On play action, it's Brady. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. And that one makes it 14-7.
Good. Makes the score Eagles 14, Buccaneers 7.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
A 3-yard gain on the play.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will he'll be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. These two teams all tied after one.
14.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they
down. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Brady's throw there complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a play fake, Brady. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
4-yard line.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, Things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jannard Avery. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Here's Bradley Pena now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's complete to Hightower. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
1st down, Philadelphia.
Wentz now on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. John Hightower on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Eagles 34, Buccaneers 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
At the 28.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. John Hightower on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Eagles 41, Buccaneers 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. Dancing to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jannard Avery, his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Their own 39-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun now for Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
At the 43-yard.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
The pass by Brady there, caught by Howard. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
The 28-yard line.
Brady now on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. To throw, it's Wentz. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
And an Eagle first down.
They go play action here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing now is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
A gain of 40.
A big play that time on the catch and run. 47 yards.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Eagles 41, Buccaneers 23.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Rager now trying to run. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On first down, it's Sanders. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes him from the 10 down to the 6.
Tackled by Ndamukong Suh. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bucs' 6-yard line.
Quick throw complete. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now this will make it into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Eagles 44, Buccaneers 30. Bradley Pinion to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
30-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Wentz. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Wentz to throw. This ball complete to Rager. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
33 yards on the
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Complete to
The end result, 21 yards.
1st and goal, Philadelphia.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting...
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Rager. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jalen Rager. Touchdown.
Jalen Rager with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Takes it at the 7. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's caught by Howard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
51.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get a trip to Vegas next week for a date with the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.